all jumping at the bit to come back in and get started playing football again. But yeah, it's been another positive week. We obviously held our weekly Tuesday football analysis side. Then we've set some tasks out for fitness side. And also we had a bit of a Q&A session on Thursday with the RTC players. So I joined with Vicky, LB, so captain, vice captain, and Rianne, who's come through the RTC process. So that was quite good to connect to the younger players as well. So yeah, another positive week, and as positive as it can be when you obviously not face to face and have football time to have contact with. But yeah, very important.
Yeah, Charlie, how important is like bringing up young girls through the system? Because obviously there's been a very positive reaction on Twitter to what you did, and lots of girls were saying this is amazing, I love it, it's great. How important is those things for you?
Yeah, we've always had quite a close connection with our RTC, just for the sheer fact of a lot of staff who work on it. So I was previously RTC centre manager, so I know about obviously all the players who are coming up. JD, who supported our development squad, is now, as I say, taken that role. Ethan's a goalkeeper coach for both the RTC and the women. So actually we know the players that are coming up, but also we know the value in producing these young players and making sure that obviously if they're in our system, they already know a little bit about the way we want to play, the style of football. So when they're then stepping up, actually there's the opportunities if they show the hard work, dedication, and that was why yesterday was quite good to connect with them, and they are so supportive of us. They come to so many of our home games. They're always there cheering us on. So anything we can do to build that connection, and them last 16s who are going to step up next year, making sure that they feel comfortable with that transition.
No, that's brilliant. And it sounds like it's brilliant because, again, the Twitter reaction always tells you, doesn't it, how good or how bad something is very, very instantly. Now, Charlie, you brought to us two amazing players last week, Dom, and also brought to us Laura as well. You're going to bring two more players to us this week?
Yeah, so thankfully, again, like I said, I know the players always value these kind of things, and obviously to build up kind of their status a little bit. And as I said, similar to them RTC players coming to watch, they get to know a little bit more about players and maybe the personal life kind of thing that they don't usually get to find out. So yeah, we obviously had the captain Laura last week. We've got the vice captain Vicky Neal here this week, and then Molly Cooper as well, who plays stuff forward.
Well, we'll talk to Molly Cooper in just a moment, but let's talk about Vicky, shall we? Charlie, inspire me about the amazing woman that Vicky is.
Yeah, so I probably, in this short space of time, I probably can't say enough about her, but she come in last summer. There was a few that come across from Cambridge, and instantly we see that she kind of grew into a leader. That was both on and off the pitch. The thing that I like about Vicky is both on the pitch, her game, her style of football, the way that she's adapting to what we're trying to do, to our philosophy, trying to get on the ball, play, but also she's got the work rate, the desire out possession, which is fantastic. But then the stuff off the pitch, I think one thing from Vicky, and because she's played at a higher level as well, she drives standards from the off, and that is collectively within the squad. So I don't know if someone steps out of line or someone doesn't meet our core values, it's not always having to come from me. Actually, it's coming from Vicky and LB as the leaderships group. So yeah, I can only say some really positive things about Vicky, and actually what she does as well. She constantly challenges me. So if I don't know, have a lapse in concentration or focus, she's straight on to me and going, right, we need to make sure that we focus as well. So as a manager, as I say, that she's a player that's fantastic to manage, and we're trying to drive stuff forward. And I know she has the same passion, both on and off the pitch, to do the same things as well.
Wow, Vicky, you're a force to be reckoned with, then, right?
Yeah, I'm glad Charlie views it like that. I know I'm on his case quite a lot. I like to have our weekly chats and what's going on, but like you said, it's because we have the same passion to have mkdons doing as well as possible with what we've got and what we've got going forward. So I'm glad we share the same view on it.
Vicky, well, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for doing this for us. Tell us a little bit about who Vicky Neal is. I mean, what's your background? How many clubs you played for? And
well, my football career started when I was under 10s. I just played for a local village team, and it was a boys' team. And I played there for a couple of years. I absolutely loved it. Those of you that have seen me play, you'll probably know that I've played with boys because I don't mind putting a foot in, make sure there's tackles, heading the ball. So I really promoted to the RTC girls yesterday that as much as you can at school or outside of school, playing with boys or to the best standard that you can, makes you better in the long run. When I was 12, I had to move to a girls team. I'm really glad that young girls can play longer with boys now. I think that's really positive. But again, that was quite locally until I got picked up by Cambridge United Centre of Excellence, which is now the RTC. So that's why I'm so passionate about making sure those girls know there is a pathway for them, because I've had that experience, even though it was in Cambridge, but it's so valuable for your career moving forward.
I was gonna say, now you're at mkdons.
Yeah, so I went to Cambridge United just before uni. I came back from uni and went to Watford. Had some really good seasons there. That was the highest level I played. Really, really good experience. And like Charlie said, I now am at mkdons just trying to get us to that level, really. We are aspiring to get to the league above in the next few years if we can. And I know what it's like to get there, and I want to help us as a team get there, and I think we can. And
you've got to play Watford to get there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I missed the first game this season, but I really hope we get to play them again. There are some players there, and the manager when I was there, who I get on really well with, Clint. So it's always an enjoyable but really tough game for me, as I left there with only positive things to say about Watford. It was just better personally for me to move this way. But it's always one that you want to do really well against, because Watford are going to be in those top top three positions at the end of the season. So there's personally for me, but also looking at the league table, we want to be competing with Watford.